So this chapter 28, balance of payments. We're talking about balance of payments. First, it means payment, that means you've received certain amount of money, right?
Yeah.
Payment.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have received any payment if there was no transaction. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Transaction means you have deal with someone.
Oh, yeah.
Without any delays, nobody's just going to give you free money.
Yeah.
Do you get the point here? So, here the focus is about relationship, trade, transaction between our country and other countries. So we have trade relationship with other countries. So our trade relationship with other countries will bring about balance of payment records. Do you get the point here? First, this is a country. This country does not produce everything. It needs to transact with other countries, yes or no?
Yeah.
So one way or the other, we are buying from other countries and other countries are buying from us.
Yeah.
So there's payment between our country and other countries and other countries and ours. I think that is clear. So that is the logic behind balance of payments. So let's look at it. Balance of payment, it records all transactions between a country and the rest of the world. That means we're talking about other countries.
Yeah, okay.
The rest of the world does not mean like all the countries in the world, but at least in as much as you have more than two or more countries, you're talking about dealing with the world. I think that point is clear. So it records all the transaction between a country and the rest of the world. As soon as there is a trade relationship, which is balance of trade or invisible trade. Invisible. As soon as there is balance of trade, which is visible trade or invisible trade, it is important. It must be what? Recorded. As soon as there is a trade relationship between one country and another, it has to be what? Recorded in the balance of payments. Clear, right? Any question up to now? So, trade relationship means we have imported or exported.
Okay.
Do you get it? That means we are selling out of this country or we are buying into this country.
Yeah.
That means us to talk about exports and imports. So we'll go to exports. For exports, these are goods or services sold to foreign customers by the domestic market. So we are selling, this is the domestic market. The Libyan market is domestic market for us. So we are selling what we have produced from here to other countries. That is exports. Do we understand what export is? We are selling to other countries, exports.
Yeah.
When we buy from other countries, it becomes imports. Is it clear up to now? Is it clear, please? Then, for the balance of payment, we have three sides in the balance of payment. When we are making the records of our balance of payment, we have three items. The first item is the current account, the second item is the capital account, and the third one is the financial account. Any question up to now? Any question, please?
Sorry?
No, good. I said we have three items in the balance of payment.
Okay.
The balance of payment account, we have three items that has to be posted. One is the current account, the second one is the capital account, and the third one is the financial account. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So we are taking it one at a time.
Yeah.
For the current account, when talking about current account, I wrote this shows the value of all imports and exports over a period of time. So the value of what we have sold out of this country, what we have bought into this country, is recorded in our current account. Is it clear?
So what you sell and
what we have sold, the value of our exports,
the
value of our imports is recorded in the current account of the balance of payment. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Shall we move on?
Yeah.
So, whenever we sell more than what we buy from abroad, it is a surplus.
It's also recorded in, okay.
That means we are in surplus. That is the point. When our export exceeds our imports, our current account will be in surplus. Is it clear? Yes.
What's the very exceed?
More, higher, greater. Is it clear? So when our export is greater than import, that means what we sell out to foreign customers or foreign countries are more than what we buy from foreign countries, we will witness what we call our current account surplus. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Then we go into deficit. Whenever what we export is less than what we import, that means we are importing more than exporting.
Mm-hmm.
We call it what?
Deficit.
Deficit.
Yeah.
That means we are at minus.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
So should
This is a plus, this is what? A minus.
so exports should be more than the imports.
Sure, that means the country is doing well.
Yeah. When it's exporting, yeah.
Do you get it? Because as soon as you are exporting more,
Okay.
the value of your currency becomes bigger, better, add value. Because all foreign customers would need your currency. That appreciates the value of your
But
currency.
Mister, it has like good benefits when it comes to that.
Yeah.
This-
When you sell more, when you do more exports, sometimes it is not really good for the economy.
Yeah.
Because your local customers might be worse off. They might not be able to buy. It might be so expensive for them
Yeah.
to buy because you are targeting foreign customers.
Yeah, yeah.
So it has its own disadvantages too. Is it clear?
Yes.
Any question about that? Good. So that's about that. Then we go to the capital and financial accounts. For the capital and financial account, I said this is the record of flow of money in and out of the country through savings. Savings, that means like I now, whatever I make here, I send it to my country, right? Nigeria, to save. That is recorded in what? Capital and financial account. I am not buying, I'm not selling any goods. Rather, I'm making money and sending back home.
Okay.
That is money flow. Libyans that are doctors working abroad, they bring their money back here, yes or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, sure, yeah. Okay.
So this is recorded in your capital financial account.
Okay.
Did you get it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
recorded in the financial account. Did
Of
you
the
get the point?
economy you're sending to, of
Yeah.
the country you're sending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Libyans working abroad, sending their money back home.
Why they sending back?
What?
Why they sending
Savings.
back there?
Why they are saving?
They're working and they send their money here to just save it in their
To
country.
save.
But they can save it outside, like in the banks.
It's
Yes.
not the same.
But there's movement of money. It's not your country.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, you come back to your country, yes or no?
Yes.
You might save money. What is savings? Savings is the money that we did not spend. The part of our income that we didn't spend. That is savings.
And some people send their money to their family.
Yeah. It's still
It's
flow.
also it's still recorded. In
Yeah, it's still flow.
Okay.
Do we get it?
Yeah.
It's still money flow. So savings only means that your part of your income is there that you are not spending. You might be saving because you want to invest. You might be saving because you want to build a property. You want to buy a property.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe you want to buy a property here than buying abroad
Yeah.
because this is your own country. I think so.
Mm.
You might have different objectives anyway, but I'm just telling you. Okay. So that's savings. Then investments. What businesses you have, money that you are sending home for businesses for investment is part of your capital financial income
So the
accounts. Investments, your investments, the businesses you have abroad
Yeah.
is part of your capital financial account. I am working here, I don't have a business here, I don't have a company here.
Yeah.
But if I have a company here,
Mm.
it's part of what? The capital financial accounts.
What do you mean if you have a company?
If I have a business here, if I'm not working, I have my own
But it
business
has
here.
nothing to do with flow.
The money I send is not flow.
So you have a business here and you send the money of the business to
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Businesses here, there are companies here.
Yeah.
Like LC Wakiki, they make
Yeah,
money
yeah, I
here.
understand.
Do they keep the money here?
No, they send it to Turkey.
Turkey?
Yeah. Okay.
That's the flow.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Great. Then we go to visible and invisible trade. When we talk about visible trade, we're talking about the balance of trade. There wouldn't be balance of payment without balance of trade. Balance of trade means that we have imported or exported, then we are getting the payment. We have imported, we are paying the country. We have exported, the country is paying us. So there wouldn't be BOP without BOT.
BOT.
Yeah, balance of trade,
Yeah, yeah,
which is the same as visible trade. Is it clear?
yeah. Yeah.
So what is visible trade? This implies the buying and selling of physical goods, like markers, like cars, like laptops. These are physical goods. That's why I call them visible. You can see them, you can touch them.
So what?
You can see, you can touch. They are
This is
handy.
visible.
Visible
Trade.
trade.
What does invisible have to do?
Do you understand visible first?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So visible trade means you are importing or exporting physical goods like this marker, like wristwatch, like clothes, like cars. These are visible. Either import or export. So that means we have visible import, which means we are buying physical goods, or visible export. We are selling physical goods to foreign customers. Is it clear?
Yes.
Great. Then we have invisible. For invisible trade, we're talking about services, intangible, what we cannot touch. The Libyan doctors abroad are invisible exports. Let's say Saudi Arabia needs Libyan doctors. So that means Saudi Arabia will pay for Libyan doctors to come to Saudi, right?
Yeah.
That is invisible exports.
The
Libyan doctors working. The Libyan doctors that the government of Saudi took to Saudi is invisible exports.
Yeah, they don't see.
Doctor, teachers, Libyan teachers going to Saudi or to Turkey to teach is invisible exports.
Yeah.
Tourists coming from Turkish tourists coming down to Libya is invisible export for Libya. Do you get it? Yeah. Tourists coming to this country is what? Invisible export for your country.
Yeah.
For their country, it is invisible imports. Because they are paying for services abroad. That is what it means. Tourists coming here are paying for services abroad. You are making money from foreigners, invisible exports. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Did you get it or not?
Yeah.
Good. So, visible trade means visible imports, visible export. Import means you are buying physical goods from abroad. Export means you are selling physical goods abroad.
Yeah.
Invisible trade means you are getting services. Invisible export means you are selling services to foreign customers. Invisible export means you are selling services to foreign customers.
Yeah.
Invisible export. Invisible import means you are buying services from foreign businesses.
Yes.
I think it's clear.
Yeah.
Then we have, these are what makes up the balance of payment. Then we have the primary income. We're talking about primary income. We're talking about our factors of production. What we get from our factors of production. The loans. Libyans have, let's say Libya has like the Libyan Investment Authority in UK. There's LIA, we call it LIA. Libyan Investment Authority in UK. It's about Libyan wealth. It's managed there. So wherever Libyan investment is, all over the world, money comes in, interest comes. These are what we call primary income.
I did not get.
Yeah, you get it now. So this involves money received from the loan factors of production abroad. Whatever investment Libya has from abroad, whatever companies Libyan government has abroad, whatever businesses they have abroad, they make money from them, yes or no? So those money they make is called primary income. Do you get it? The Libyan workers abroad, the Libyan businesses abroad. Yeah, it's recorded in the financial accounts.
Like, for example, the embassy.
The embassy doesn't make money. The embassy is not a business. The embassy is not a business. It's representing the government. It's not. The embassy is not selling. They're not buying. They're not transacting.
It's still services.
The embassy serves who? No, it serves the citizens of that or the citizens of its own country. Do you go to the embassy to buy a house?
No, to like work and like.
It's still part of government expenditure.
Yeah, I understand.
We're talking about government investment abroad. Government investment abroad. Whatever government has abroad, they make money from them. The money comes back, right? It is primary income. That's why we say factors of production. The lands we have, the property that belongs to Libyan government abroad, the businesses that belongs to Libyan government abroad, all whatever they make from them comes back to what? Primary income. Do we get it now?
Yeah.
Then we have secondary incomes. This involves government transfers home and abroad. The money that the Libyan government gives to Turkey government during tsunami or earthquake, it is a secondary income for the Libyan government. aids that we get from United Nations, from like right now the IMF, International Monetary Fund, is giving Ukraine, I think maybe $13 million. I don't know the figure. That is secondary income.
So it's like giving to another country.
Government giving other countries money, other countries' government giving us money. It is secondary income. Is it clear now?
Yeah.
These are businesses abroad. These are money that comes from one government to another government, in or out of the country. This is services in export or import. This is physical goods in export and import. All these things are transactions recorded in balance of payments.